Killing of Daniel Enriquez, who was 48 years old, and you can see here we do have our officials who have apprehended him as he is being walked into that precinct. Right now, happening live outside of the precinct, we do have some folks speaking with the media. Let's go ahead, listen into what they're sharing with us at this time.
Trust you, Bishop, and I'm going to turn myself in. His attorney wanted them to come to his office. I told them, I don't think that's a good idea. Let's go straight to the precinct. However, the attorney convinced them to go to her office. I told the officers, I'm going to go get him. Please give me the ability and the opportunity to turn this young man in. He understands what he's accused of and what he's alleged of. As we were waiting for the attorney to come downstairs, walking in, there was a charade of officers with guns drawn. And I asked them, I said, he was going to turn himself in. Why would you guys do it this way? So he did not get an opportunity to come to the 5th precinct to turn himself in the way he wanted to. This man is standing with his innocence. His family has untold paperwork showing that he has mental health issues. As he states, he doesn't remember anything. My heart goes out to the victim's family. I'm a pastor, I do funerals. My heart goes out to the victim's family. My prayers go out to the victim's family. And this is what I echoed to the family, and I said, let's come in and let's surrender. Mayor Adams, we've been in contact all morning, and he was ready to be here for the young man to be turned in. I wish the police department would have done it a little different and allowed what pastors do. This is what we do. And this really hurts me because I thought that we had a relationship, right? And I understand the seriousness of the crime, alleged crime. But we have to have a segue. We have to have a segue between the community and the police department. I want to thank the mayor. I want to thank the mayor for understanding and being a great support to this young man turning himself in. I want to thank Chief Brooklyn North, Chief Harrison, Chief Madry, all of the commissioners that I spoke with, the sheriff department. I was in contact with the sheriff department. I worked very closely with them. I called all of the supporting forces that would be trying to apprehend this young man.
Has he said why he committed this crime?
No, he did not. Like I said, he does not, as per what the family and him are telling me, he doesn't even remember any of this happening at all.
Was he drugged? Concerns, Bishop? He didn't turn himself in the way you thought. Any concerns at this point, now that he's in the 5th precinct?
My only concern is that I want them to understand that he wanted to turn himself in. And he was moving towards turning himself in. And I think that this was a big deal because we have a family that's hurting. We have a family that lost a loved one. And when this incident first happened, you know, it just looked like a seamless murder. And this young man said, I want to turn myself in. And I just really wanted him with the integrity, with integrity, just to walk in. Just to walk in as a man of integrity. That's all I wanted. I wanted him to walk in.
How did he get to you?
How many conversations did you have with Mayor Adams, and what was the last thing that he said to you in terms of this situation?
Well, we had multiple conversations. I really don't want to get involved into it, but he was very in support of this young man turning himself in because Mayor Adams is, you know, cleaning this city up. And when to hear that the alleged person who did the crime, is willing to turn himself in, he was glad to hear this. And so that's all I'm going to say about that.
Mayor Adams?
I don't know, ma'am.
Was he picked up at the family home in South Chapel?
No, he was not picked up at the family home. I met him, we met at the attorney's office outside of what I told the family to do. I wanted them to come here, but the attorney that's on record wanted them to go and meet at her office for whatever reason, and it was completely against how I do things. This is not the first time that someone from either the hip-hop community or the younger community that trusts me to deliver them in any alleged crime. That's how I usually do. I don't go, the attorney used to come here with us, not for them to go there. And I asked them, I said, please come with me here and let the attorney meet you here. But for whatever reason, this attorney wanted them to meet at their office, and that's when they were ambushed. So please, I don't want anyone, by any stretch of no one's imagination, believe that this young man ran. He did not run at all. He did not run at all.
What did he do after?
My name is Bishop Lamar Miller Whitehead.
What did he do right after the crime?
What do you mean? I don't understand the question.
Where did he go?
I don't know.
Bishop, what did he say when you
I didn't
told
even.
him?
Yes, yes. He has no recollection. As per the family, he has no recollection of the incident at all, and they maintain his innocence. And they have a plethora of paperwork of mental health issues with him. So I pray that the courts do the right thing with this young man, but he is not, as per him wanting to turn himself in, I don't believe he's a villain. And like I said, I really give my condolences to the victim's family. And I think that New York City, we have gained some ground today, because the way it was looking was another heinous act by a terrorist. And I don't feel that he's a terrorist at all, because he wouldn't have turned himself in. And he maintains his innocence as per his family.
Bishop, what federal charges? He said when you spoke with him and explained why all of this was happening, did he say to you, I have no recollection of it? Or
His family pretty much was speaking on his behalf. So I don't want to get into what he said, but this is what his family has been conversating. His mother, his grandmother, his aunts, uncles, everybody was here in support, and they are just crying and they're startled right now because 8 officers, guns drawn, ran by me and made them get on the floor. And it actually startled me because, you know, my father was killed by police officers because of the color of his skin. And I was shocked, because I thought that we had an understanding that he was going to walk in under his own power.
Your first and last name, sir, please. If you can spell your first and last name.
Bishop Lamore, Lamor, Whitehead, Whitehead.
And Bishop, where was the lawyer's office? Not too far from here?
Yes, it was right. It's on Thomas Street. Yeah, it wasn't too far. I don't know her name. I don't know. My church is in Canarsie, Brooklyn, 922 Remsen Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. Both Brooklyn and I believe in Manhattan as well.
How did you get involved? I came a bit late, I'm sorry, but how did you get involved with all this?
I'm the pastor of their family.
Oh, I see, okay.
So I'm from the Associated Press. I just showed up. So what exactly happened with this man right now? Where
he was coming to turn himself in. And and he was ambushed right before we were going to turn him in by the police. So
he's in custody right now.
Yes.
And how did that go down?
By his attorney's office.
Are you upset about that?
Excuse me, allergies.
Are you upset about the way that went down?
I wish that they would allow him to turn himself in. However, you know, this is a heinous alleged crime, and I guess the officers had to do what they felt was right.
And so, could you tell me about him, and is that the person he is? I mean, he goes to your church?
Well, he doesn't. His family, his aunts, attend my church. When his nephew died. I funeralized his nephew. I know the family really well. I pray with the family a lot. I know them really well. So as far as they're hurt. They're hurt because everybody was on the same page as far as him turning himself in, and it didn't work out that way.
And so what have they told you about how this went down? I mean, they must not have
What did who?
About what happened with the shooting. I mean, they must be absolutely...
Well, I'll let them do, you know, they said that he does not recollect any of that at all. And he does have mental health issues. And so I can't answer nothing else that I don't know.
Do you know what his mental health issues are, like schizophrenia?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
And they went to get him where exactly? I missed the top as well.
Excuse me?
Where did they go in to get him?
Where did who go?
Where did they get Andrew?
In front of his attorney's office.
And that was close by, right?
Yes.
And he's attorney. What's his name?
I don't know her name. I don't know her name.
So you knew this would happen in front of the office?
ABC?
All right, so once again, we're listening in, just some sound coming to us from just outside of the 5th precinct where we saw moments ago this video, SUV pulling up to the door with that suspect in custody now for this subway shooting. And as we had heard before, the suspect had said he was going to turn himself in, but New York police did make that arrest as he was going to an attorney's office. First, you can see him being brought and escorted out of the car into the precinct where he's going to be booked on those murder charges. Again, it was Daniel Enriquez, 48 years old, who was on his way to brunch on Sunday when he was shot. And this, again, was a random attack. Andrew Abdullah, right now, he is in custody for that killing. We do continue to follow this story for you right here on Live Now from Fox. If there's more developments or an official press conference with our authorities who made that arrest, of course, you can count on us to be bringing that to you right here.